Hey everybody, good to see you out there. I hope everyone is doing well and safe. Today we are doing something special. We are talking about getting lost. Have you ever been lost without a paddle? Yeah, us too. To date, still, the scariest hike we have ever had on a trail was the Death March of 2019. We were on our longest hike at the time, which was only 6 miles, or so we thought. Unfortunately, the trail ended up being 12 miles long, and oh yeah, we about had a cup of water left between the three of us when we were done. As you might have guessed, today we are going over our tips and tricks on how to not get lost on the trail. We use multiple forms of GPS in our hiking process. All of them are app-based and on our iPhones. Today, we're going to look at the navigational resources we use and tell you what we use each one for. Right now, we use a mixture of AllTrails, Gaia GPS, Apple Maps, and Google Maps, and finally, the analog OG, a paper map and a compass. Yeah, it might be overly redundant. Yes, we have a lot of maps, and yes, Nicole is always annoyed when I pull them out, but it's just not something I'm ready to let go of. First, usually, mainly Nicole, we'll pull up an app on our phones called AllTrails. It is free for the base version, which allows you to browse all the hikes available, but we've purchased the upgraded Pro version so we can download hikes when we find them. This really helps when you don't have service, as well as AllTrails will allow you to navigate off the saved route. It also functions as a tracker or recorder, which means as you walk on the trail, you can see your stats as it tracks you in the app. From our experience, AllTrails seems to be the best place to find trails. However, with this being said, we found some issues with their maps and routes. Remember when I said we went on the Death March because the trail was longer and harder than we thought? Yep, well, AllTrails had a portion of the hike under one name and another longer portion under another, so we actually looked while we were on the trail after hiking for hours with little lunch and very little water left, and we realized the initial trail had ended and another had picked up, forcing us to go over double our original planned distance. But we were not happy hikers that day, and CC didn't do so well. It was kind of the perfect storm of crazy, but we didn't die. While AllTrails is an amazing tool for finding hikes, for on-trail navigation, I prefer Gaia GPS. We featured Gaia before in another one of our videos. Check out the link to that video here, where we talk all about finding camping spots. But first, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps out, and by subscribing, you're sure not to miss any of our new content as we post it. Now, back to talking about Gaia GPS, and it is a great GPS app. You can use it for many different things, but mainly we use it for on-trail tracking. When we hike, Nicole will usually have AllTrails open and I'll have Gaia running. That way we can cross-reference and compare in real time. I know this sounds nuts and really intense, but when we're out there without service and our legs are the only thing getting us back to the car, we want to make sure we know where we're going. There are times that we will find a hike in AllTrails and it won't be in Gaia. This has led to its fair share of frustrations, as I feel like Gaia is better suited for on-trail navigation than AllTrails. So we end up falling back on old school tech like paper maps, compass readings, or looking at the Karens to guide us. Also, as a last resort, we trust our gut, and if things don't feel right on the trail, we turn around. No hike is worth putting yourself or the people that have to rescue you in danger just to say you made it to the top. We have been experiencing that sentiment more frequently since we have been attempting longer and more challenging hikes. We end up finding that some trails are just scrambles up the mountain that can be awesome and fun to do, but being safe is number one. Okay, our third get lost trick depends on your love of either operating system. You're likely Team Apple or Team Android. I was firmly in the Android camp until about 6 months ago when I was lured to Team Apple by the beautiful iPhone 11 Pro and its sweet camera upgrades. Either way, your standard operating system maps are a great resource to navigate to and from the parking lots and trailheads. Yes, sometimes you need directions from the parking lot to the trailhead. We call this whining time when we whine like crazy because we are intentionally focusing ourselves to walk more, just to walk more. Also, both AllTrails and Gaia have the option to navigate to the trailhead on the former and any waypoint on the ladder via Google or Apple Maps. This is an amazing help if you're someone who uses either one of these navigational apps when you're driving. Finally, there's the paper map moment. Think of it like this. You are the hero. You've got your family out into the wilderness and you're standing outside your car with a paper map bending in the wind as you gaze upon the sun rising over the mountain. There is just something inspirational about looking at a map and finding where you are and seeing where you need to go. Sporting goods stores still have maps you can purchase with an average price of 10 to 15 bucks, or books with entire states worth of topo maps for a few more bucks than that. No matter how fancy electronic navigation aids get, there's just something about looking at a paper map that I will never get over. I love that you can instantly pick up a map and go right to looking at it. No loading, no need for batteries, no convoluted interfaces to learn. Just pick it up and start looking. I also appreciate that with a compass and some basic orienteering skills, you can do a very accurate job of navigating if something should happen to your electronic navigational aids. All right, we're wrapping it up on that glorious thought. Thank you for watching. We couldn't do any of this without you. Please follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Frugal Explorer Dad. Follow my wife and hiking partner Nicole on Instagram at Hairstyle and Hiker. Until next time, have a great hike.